Do you know that the most productive people you know are not the most busiest people? They are not the people busy answering emails at night or busy working 24 hours a day. In this video, I'm going to show you three major ways on how to achieve maximum productivity that has helped me to be able to manage my business, my position as the administrator of a health facility, my content creation, and the many more things I do. Being able to show up on social media across all platforms. And these three major ways I'm going to share with you are very, very important. But the third one is the most important. That will help you achieve the results that you are looking for. So make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video to your family and friends. Make sure to subscribe, it's free. So now let's dive into it. And if you're able to watch to the end, kindly let me know in the comment section. And I would like us to take it step by step in order for us to understand everything about productivity and the major ways on how to go about it. First off, what is productivity? I've put down here that productivity is the measure of how efficiently inputs such as time, labor, and resources are converted into useful outputs such as the completed task or the product you want to achieve. In other words, it is how efficiently you turn your time and effort into meaningful results, not how busy you are, but how much real progress you make towards what actually matters. It isn't about how much you do, it is about how much what you actually do moves you forward to achieving your goal. Now, remember in my intro, I spoke about being busy, right? Where I said that the most productive people are not the most busiest people. It's true. Let me explain to you the difference between being productive and being busy. The most productive people use at least 20% of their time to do the most important thing in their life, whilst the most busiest people just go about all their day using all their time to do everything but the major thing that will help them. What I mean is they will go about doing this and that and that and that, and at the end of the day, they will not do the major thing that they have to do. I know of this lady who wanted to start, catering services because she has passion to start a business, but instead of her to try her best to start, no, she's going about every day doing research on how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, how to do that. She according to her, she is planning to do the business. But planning to do the business, 3 months has passed, 6 months has passed, 9 months, 1 year has passed, 2 years has passed. Still, she hasn't started the business. She is busy doing every other thing in the name of, oh, I'm researching how to go about it. I am asking people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying to gather resources. Busy, procrastinating, busy doing every other thing, but that one thing, it's okay to at least the knowledge you've gained, put it into work and start. Then from there, you keep learning whilst keep implementing it. You see it? So it's not about being busy, it's about being productive. So I'm sure by now you've gotten a clearer picture of the difference between productivity and busyness. When I say business, I don't mean business, I mean busy, like just being busy, doing nothing. Now, let's talk about the three major ways in order to achieve productivity. Number one, I want you to understand that less is more. Good. I know you're going to ask me that, what do I mean by less is more? At first, I used to struggle with being productive. I used to struggle with because I'm someone who has a passion to do a lot of things at the same time. But in as much as I like to do a lot of things at the same time, I also want to be, achieve greater heights. I also want to, be able to do them in the best possible way, not just be mediocre about it, right? So, I'll be struggling with how to combine this and this and this and this. Then one day I sat down and asked myself, which one is the most important thing for me to do? You see, instead of focusing on every other thing, why don't I sit down and ask myself, okay, which one is the most important thing for me to do? Which one is going to help me to get to where I want to get to? You get? So that's why I say less is more. So when I now focused on the most important thing to do, from there on, I started to what? To put in the effort to better myself and to better that thing that I have to do. That thing that is going to help me in the next level I want to get to. That's where I started putting in my effort. Less is more. And I used to also struggle with how to, sometimes you forget that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and people were mentioning, oh, use this app, use that app. I don't want to mention names here. Use this app, use this, and use this. But I got to realize that the simple things were the things that were helping me. I like to write a lot. I have a lot of journal. I don't know if I have some around. Okay, I have a lot of journal. Like, you see, this is one. I write a lot. There are a lot over there. I write a lot. So I realized that anytime I write the things I have to do and I list them down, it's easier for me to do it, right? Instead of me typing it down in an app and maybe, you see, I'll just maybe forget about it. I write a lot. Sticky notes. I use sticky notes a lot. Just write the thing down and paste it somewhere where you can easily see it, right? Or you can even use your note app in your phone. And now you even have your reminder. You can type it down and put it down there, add time to it, add alarm to it to remind you on what to do. You see it? Yes, but make sure that when you are writing those things down, you should focus on the most important thing. Those are the things that you have to do first, right? So focus on the most important thing. Do those ones more. So when you now focus on that one thing, it's going to help you rather than focusing on everything. And you realize that even that more that focusing on is even less. But if you focus on that one thing, you say, "Oh, you are going to achieve more results." That's why I say what less is more. Yes, so as I said, it's easy for you to think that the fanciest app is the only way that's the only thing that you can use to track your productivity. But this simple note app, or even your notepad, your pen, your sticky notes is going to help you a great deal. So now let's move to the next point, which is very, very critical. The next point is prioritizing the end goal over the urgent goal. Your end goal is to build a business, to achieve greater heights, achieve your purpose. That is your end goal. Maybe now your urgent goal is to start some singing class, or to start a yoga class, or even yoga is part of health, so let's not talk about that. Maybe you just want to do some random hobby, which is also very good to keep you fun and all of that. But in as much as you want to do all of that, you have to ask yourself, this thing I'm doing, is it going to help me in my end goal? If it's going to help you, then fine. You find a way to put it in such a way that it will not affect your end goal, but you find a way to balance it. So now let's talk about prioritizing. Prioritizing to me, in my own words, is just knowing what to do first and doing what you have to do first. That is the most important thing first. Now, every day, make sure to prioritize your 3 major tasks for the day and do them first. And when you are doing them, to set time to them and do them when you have the highest energy. For some people, when they wake up early, they can easily do their things because that time their mind is sound and everything. Some people too, in the morning they are grumpy, but when they come back from work, they can easily, do what they want to do within 2 hours and they are done. So know yourself and prioritize. I'm not going to force you and say you must wake up at dawn today. I know that some people at dawn they cannot do it because in the morning when they wake up they are feeling sleepy, they love that, they just drag themselves out of bed, go and bath, brush their teeth and go to work. But when they come back, even they close by 5 and they get home by 6, from that 6 to 8 they can easily quickly do what they want to do. So know yourself and do what you have to do. There's nothing wrong with you. Your system is different for someone's system. But where there will be a problem is because you say that, oh, I can't wake up in the morning to do this. And because of that, you will see that you are not achieving anything. So prioritize your 3 major tasks. Even if it's not 3 and just one, prioritize it. If there are more than 3, ask yourself which one is the most important. Then do the step by step. And you should know that in that 3 major tasks, even in 3 important things, there is the most important of the important. So the most important of the important, do that one first. You get so I'm bringing out MCO, most important of the most important. Do that one first. It will help you. Okay. Now let's break it down. You have a whole year, for instance, and you want to achieve one major thing in that year. What you have to do is you divide the year into 4 quarters. Ask yourself, in this 4 quarters that I've shared the year into, what is that one thing I can achieve in every quarter of the year that will push me to my end goal that I want to have at the end of the year? And in each month of that quarter, let's say you have June, July, August. That 3 quarter, you want to achieve something. Now, in those 3 months, okay, in June, what will I do? In July, what will I do? In August, what will I do? So that at the end of the day, I will achieve what I want to achieve in that quarter of the year. And at the end of the day, that thing I achieve at the end of that quarter of the year will sum up to what I want to achieve in the whole year. I'm sure you get me because I know you guys are smart. In as much as you want to achieve something every month, you cannot just leave it vague like that. Oh, by the end of this month, I want to achieve so and so $1 million. Then you're just sitting down. No, you have to break it down. How many days are in the month? What can I do now, today? Let's say today is Monday or today is Tuesday. What can I do today that will sum up to what I want to achieve at the end of the month? That thing I want to achieve at the end of the month will still sum up to what I want to achieve at the end of the quarter. That will still sum up to what I want to achieve at the end of the year. I hope it's not complicated. What I'm just trying to say in a nutshell is break it down so that it will be easy for you. At the end of the year, for instance, you want to achieve $10,000. It's too small, right? But let's use that example. Should I say $1 million? But let's just use $10,000. You want to achieve $10,000 at the end of the year. Now, that $10,000 you want to achieve at the end of the year, if you are broken it down to your 4 quarter, that means each quarter of the year you are achieving how much? $2,500. Because $2,500 times 4 is $10,000. Now that's $2,500 for what? Each quarter. That means what? Every month, at least, you break it down. How much can I get in every month? And when I break it down every month, okay, in that month, how much can I get every day? So that means you know that okay, if I can get this amount a day, by the end of the month, I've gotten this. And if I get this at the end of the month, by the end of the quarter, I've gotten this. If I can get this at the end of the quarter, by the end of the year, I've gotten this. You see, that's what I mean. Break it down. It might not be money. It might be a goal. It might be a skill you want to learn. It might be you want to pass your exam. You have 3 months to prepare for that exam. You break down the courses. I have to do this and this. And when I was in uni, that's what I used to do. I'll lay down the topics I want to learn or the things I want to learn. Okay, this, and this, and this. Okay, I have more knowledge on this. This one I don't have. So you break it down. You be like, okay, I have to learn this one and this one this week, and next week I'll learn this and this, and the other week I'll learn this and this. Then the final week I'll use it for summary. Or you do that. Then the next month too, you go, I have to do this and this and this and this. So by the time your exam comes, you have already gone round and learned everything. You see it. You will not just pick your book every day. I'm praying for exam. I'm learning. No, break it down. And I believe that if you do that, it will help you a lot. It's not only exam. Even your business, you have a goal to achieve in your business. Put down the thing, write it down. Let your pen and paper be your friend. If you don't like writing, use your phone or use an app. Use anything that can help you. If you need an accountability partner, get some. Accountability partner is someone that you can, that you are accountable to. Someone that can always ask you, that goal you say you want to do, have you done it? Get some. Anything, you just put in the effort. Put in the effort. Try. I'm trying to try. We are all trying. We are all trying. Try. Try, okay. I know you can do it. Try. Try. Yes, and even though I said maybe you want to achieve one goal in a year, sometimes you may want to achieve 2 goals, 3 goals in a year. The same method, do it like that. It will help you. The main thing we're talking about here in the second point is what? Priority, prioritizing. Because the truth is this life, a lot of things will come to take your mind off what you have to actually do. You have to make sure you always go back. You get to prioritize. And one thing I want you to take note is that it's okay to forgive yourself, because sometimes you might say, oh, I'm doing this and this. You start first week, second week, you are doing it. Then the third week, you've forgotten what you are doing. You are off track. But make sure that when you remember, you forgive yourself and you come back on track and do what you have to do. Don't say that, oh, I didn't do it last week. I missed out last month, so I've given up. Don't give up. Go back to the drawing board. Re-strategize and start again. You cannot give up. Where are you giving up to? You cannot give up. And one thing I want you to take note of is, for instance, you want to achieve something in a whole year. Definitely during that period or during that year, a lot of unforeseen circumstances will come. A lot of things that you didn't plan out for will come. But ask yourself, this thing that has come, What am I sacrificing? Let me give you an example. Like the example we used, right? Okay, let me use the student example for instance. The student who wants to make sure that they get a good result at the end of the day when they write their exams in 3 months. Then at the end of the first month, your class has organized a party that you have to go for 3 days somewhere. Maybe not a party, an excursion or something, to go. It's all fun and all of that, but ask yourself, in my calendar, those 3 days, I decided to learn two courses or two topics, even if it's just one. This party I'm going to, this excursion I'm going to, is it worth it for me to skip this one? I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun in your life, but you have to be able to ask yourself some certain important questions. Is it worth it? If it's worth it, and you know that when you go there, you are going to network, you are going to get more benefits, fine, I'm not stopping you. But if you know that just going there to dance and chill and drink, and you have to ask yourself, which one is more important? If you now know the one that is more important, whether as a business person, whatsoever you want to do, ask yourself, when you're a business person, you are trying your best to get so and so amount of money at the end of the year so that you can expand your business. Then something pops up. Okay, you see that other businesses that started doing this and this and this. What example will I give? Like, let's say you have a shop, right? You are using your normal lighting and all of that. Then you now see that people have started getting some special kind of lighting for aesthetics. It doesn't mean your place is not nice, but and when you go and ask for the price, it's a huge amount of money, and you're like, oh, I want to get it as well. Meanwhile, you know that you have a goal to expand your business. Then you go and get that light for aesthetics. Meanwhile, your customers are not complaining about your aesthetic. If your customers are complaining, you have to take note, but they are not complaining. They are very cool. When you ask for feedback, they enjoy the place, they enjoy your services. But because of aesthetics, you go and buy what you don't have to buy to decorate your workplace. Then you are back to square one. How will you achieve that goal? How will you expand the business? You see, so try your best. Prioritizing is so you see, I have emphasized on this prioritizing because it's very important. Yeah, I've told you my own. It's very important. So try your best to prioritize. Now, the major part of the major. Number three, the 1% compounding effect. Yes, I know you're going to ask me what is 1% compounding effect. 1% compounding effect. Did you know that if you get 1% better every day in 365 days in a year, you would be 37 times better at the end of the year than the previous year? This thing I just explained to you, it simply shows that every little step you take towards achieving your goal would eventually lead you to achieving that end goal. Let me explain the 1% compounding effect I mean. And I'm going to explain it in three aspects so that you would understand. First of all, let me talk about the positive one. The positive one is every day you do something to make you 1% better in whatsoever, in your business, your academics, your relationship, your family, your health, something to be 1% better. 1% better. 1% better. You do something to be 1% better every day. Picture it as you are doing it every day. You see that you are going up, you are going up, you are going up, you are going up, higher and higher and higher and higher. So the 1% compounding effect means that every step of the way you keep getting better. Every step of the way you keep getting better at what you are doing. You try your best to do something better each day, even if it's just 1% better. And as time goes on, it keeps increasing, increasing, and increasing. And before you know it, at the end of the year, or by the time you get to your goal, you see that you'll be able to what? To do it easily, be able to achieve your goal, right? But I would also like to add this for you to understand that in as much as doing something 1% better every day can help you progress and get to your goal, you should also take note that doing something 1% less every day can make you not achieve your goal. Because if the 1% can compound every day, that is, if you are doing 1% better, if you can compound every day to help you achieve your goal, it means that if you do 1% less of what you have to do, you will see that you start going down. You start going down. It become even worse than where you were. You get it? And there is another one that people don't really talk about. That is the part whereby today you've done 1% better, tomorrow you've done 1% less. Today you done another day you do 1% better. Another day you do 1% less. Monday you are doing better. Tuesday you are doing less. Wednesday you are doing better. Thursday you are doing less. Friday you are doing better. Saturday you are doing less. Before you know it, you keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. And by the time at the end of the day, you realize that you are still in one position. You're not moving forward. You're not moving downward. You're just there. It's not good. So try your best to do 1% better every day. And this is very important, right? Instead of just, oh, I'm trying to achieve my goal. Even if you are tired, at least every day do something that will help you reach your goal. Always let your goal be at the back of your mind. Always remember the goal that you want to achieve. And for you to know that, because I mentioned that 1%, when you do 1% better every day, you achieve your goal. For you to know if you're actually achieving that goal, you have to take stock of your life at least once in a while. Measure what you are doing. Use data. If it's money you are saving, or it's investment you are doing, or it's an exam you want to learn, you have to measure it. Okay, how much do I have now? Okay, you're going to write, it's an exam you want to write, sorry. You're going to write an exam. Okay, test yourself, or let your friend test you, or even your lecturer, let the lecturer test you. Okay, how far have you gotten? What can you do now? Right? So try your best. If it's a skill you are learning, test and see, okay, what can I do now so far? Don't just say I'm getting 1% better every day and you're not going back to check if you're actually getting 1% better. You're just in that static mode I spoke about. So this thing I'm talking about, the summary of it is what? Consistency beats intensity. Somebody will say that, okay, if it will get 1% better every day, then maybe today I should just get 10% better so that the rest of the day I will relax. No. If you do that way, you are not going to achieve what you want to achieve. The goal is to be consistent, not to just do something intensely today and that's all. You are resting for, you did something intensely on Monday, you rest for the remaining 6 days and you start again. No, if you do it that way, you're wasting your own time, right? So consistency beats intensity. So at the end of the day, I believe that everything I've shared with you, when you implement it, you will be able to achieve productivity. So kindly ensure that you put in the work to do all these things I have shared with you. The three things I shared with you are: number one, less is more. Number two, prioritize the end goal more than the urgent goal. Number three, what the 1% compounding effect, which I spoke about. So if there is anything I left out, kindly share with me in the comment section, or anything that you believe that maybe I should have added to it or I skipped. Kindly share with me in the comment section. If you stayed to this point, I love you so much. This shows that you have me at heart and you really want to be productive. So I believe you and I trust in you, and I also know you believe and trust in me as well. So kindly subscribe to this channel. This is a new channel. Kindly subscribe so that YouTube will know that over here we are putting in value. The subscription is free. Kindly subscribe, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, do everything you have to do. Most importantly, like and subscribe and comment and share. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Adapreneur.